Yo, what is up? We are back with a new video, and I thought we'd do a 50% crew challenge on the Soviet IS Tier 7 tank. Yes, we're gonna have the 50% crew versus this crew, 13 skill crew. And let's see what's up. If you're here for the first time, please consider subscribing and turning on your notifications. It helps out my channel a lot. Also, please consider giving this video a like, because you are going to learn something, and I hope you do learn something, and let me thank you in advance for it. Now, we are in the IS and we are in Sand River, and I could show you a city map and high amount of damage, and that's what's typical of a tank like this, heavy tank in tier 7, but this is not that kind of channel. This YouTube channel is about something different. So that's what we're talking about today. We're in Sand River, and I'm showing you the forward position that we're going to use in this tank to max out its potential. Now, we are not the worst off, we're not the total bottom tier, but we are not exactly the best well poised position in this tank anyway. But I'm going to show you what this tank can do. Like I always mention in my videos, if you're here for the first time, you might hear it for the first time, but if you're not here for the first time, you should know my philosophy on the game is stealth, vision, mobility, and that's exactly what we're going to do here. Use our stealth, vision and mobility. Now, we don't have a lot of stealth, but enough stealth to get to this location without being, without being shitted upon, without being taken out. So we made it this far. Now we're going to use our 356 meters of view range to spot out the enemies. Now, there's no artillery in this game, which makes this position a little bit safer. Actually, a lot safer. If there was artillery, you would get peppered by artillery, and it normally doesn't work out for you. But look at my team, they're all hanging at the back, so I have a lot of support at the back. So me being out here is actually kind of safe. My team is going to snipe out all these guys. Look at this guy, he's made a big mistake. But for 356 meters of view range, I have optics in this tank. I have vents, and I have the gun rammer in this tank, so that maxes out my view range to 356. Now, if you are running the 50% crew, you only have 327 view range. That's like nearly 30 meters extra view range you get when you maxed out your crew and you're running food. Really good. So even in a heavy tank, I can pretend to be a light tank. I can use my spotting. I'm actually spotting all the guys out in the middle, and also these guys in front of me. So that's what's special when you have 13 skill crew, and you have the right equipment, and you have the right conditions to use your view range. Like I do right now, because there's no RT, I can come out here and be in the forward position and be aggressive and do the spotting for my team. Now, even if there was RT on the enemy team, this is a location that is kind of difficult to hit because it's on a it's on a slope. Now I'm trying to snipe out this guy, and look at this challenger, he's trying to rush me. I've got team behind me, so what I need to do is just try to get out of the way of my team so that my team can shoot these guys, and I try not to block my team from shooting these guys. Now they're rushing me 3v1, but I'm not afraid of them. I'm going to focus on shooting the light tank because I know the tiger will be taken care of by those guys behind me. I'm trying to get out of the way of my team, make sure that my team can shoot him, and that's exactly what happens here. Look at this game. I don't do like an amazing amount of damage, but by the end of this game, I would have done 4,100 spotting damage in a tier 7 heavy tank. That's what's special. and that's what's you could say different in this game. Now, even though we are not top tier, we're still doing our best to make things happen for our team, and I did my part here. I don't have any more HP. I'm trying to survive for as long as I can. What I'm going to do is try and spot out for the rest of my team, try and spot out and see if I can contribute some damage to those guys in the middle. I see there's some action going on over there, so I'm just trying to spot those guys out and see if I can get a little bit of damage before I die. I mean, the game is already over. We are leading 9 tanks to 5. My team is very slow in responding. As you can see, they're all still near or in the base and not doing a lot of things. But I managed to get myself killed here, and the game is over for me. But the rest of my team, if you look at the HP pool on top, you can see we have triple the amount of HP. So this game is actually already very secure. All they need to do is just go forward and finish it off, and that's exactly what happens, and this game is over. And here are the results. I got a first class for doing that. I didn't do a lot of damage in my tank, but 4,100 spotting damage, and that's what you can do when you have 13 skills and you have stealth, vision, and mobility. Now the IS is not like a very slow tank, right? It's quite a mobile tank. It's one of the quicker heavy tanks, and this is the next game in Fisherman's Bay. This is the game with the 50% crew. I'm going into the city, and it looks like I have 4 guys coming with me. So we're going into the city, and it doesn't look like we are underpowered. It looks like we can put up a fight because we have guys in the center of the map, and we have us here in the city that's going to be supporting the guys in the middle. Now, as you can see, look at the difference in between my 13 skill crew and my 50% crew. The bloom is just huge, which means even though it's taking me forever to aim, even after I fully aimed and pulled the trigger, I was aiming at the sprocket front wheel there. I wanted to do damage and I wanted to track that guy, but that shell, I don't know where it flew to, but it didn't even damage that guy. So that's one of the downsides of having 50% crew. Even when you are fully aimed, the shell just doesn't go where you hope it would go, and because of that, I did not do any damage. I did not track him, and that is one 390 alpha shot that was wasted. I could have, if I had better crew, I could have damaged him, penetrated him, and that would have been 390 HP less on the enemy team. And here you'll see another opportunity again for me to do some damage. I couldn't aim in time to shoot him, but there you go. There is an enemy right at the back there. He's in between the pillars, but he shows himself again, and I have a little bit of an aim here, able to shoot him, but again, I couldn't do any damage to him, but instead he did some damage to me. So 2 out of 2 are wasted, 2 shots out of 2 right there and then, and I blame it all on the 50% crew. Now this tank can be played with a less skillful crew, but most definitely not 50% crew. Here you go. That was my third shot, and the third shot that bounced. I was definitely aiming at the front lower plate, and here again I'm aiming for the front lower plate, and 4 out of 4 bounce did not pan because the bloom was more terrible, or because I didn't have enough skills on my crew. The aim became slightly worse, I suppose, because the dispersion with a 13, with better crew, probably 0.40, and with worse crew, the dispersion is worse. So those are my only 2 shots that actually penned. I killed that guy one there, and then I penned this Churchill once there, and now I can't do anything to help this guy, so I'm backing off as much as I can and trying to support him at the same time while I'm backing off. There's nothing much I can do here. Now we are being overmatched by the amount of enemy tanks that have showed up on this corner. They have rushed us and they have totally won now. I think, actually I'm very sure we would have done a lot better if those 4 shells that I missed actually hit and penned. Needless to say, the IS is not an ideal tank to run 50% cruise in. I don't recommend it to anyone. I think we could have won this game if I had landed those, 4 or 5 shots, probably. But yeah, don't do it in an IS. At least a 2 or 3 skill crew. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.